Several people from Arizona played roles in the lead up to the riot at the nation's capital. The organization Turning Point USA, which is based here, provided buses for protesters that day. At least 7 defendants in the criminal cases are from Arizona, and 2 of our congressmen have come under fire for their social media posts in the days before the insurrection. Investigative reporter Morgan Lowe is live in the newsroom with more on how this has affected members of Arizona's congressional delegation. Morgan.
Yet Congressman Andy Biggs and Paul Gosar both repeatedly claimed that the 2020 presidential election was stolen, and they are accused of amplifying false information that led to the riot at the Capitol. Both of them kept low profiles today, but we spoke to one of their congressional colleagues who was there that day. He says Gosar and Biggs need to be held accountable if they're found to have played a role in that insurrection. It was a day that few people thought they would ever see. The nation's capital under siege.
My wife and a couple of friends had started texting me saying that, are you safe? And I said, of course I'm safe. I'm in the House of Representatives. How much safer could you be?
Congressman Ruben Gallego was on the House floor that day as the mob was closing in. This AP photo and Gallego's expression captured the seriousness in the room.
I never really felt that my life was in danger, mostly because I was going to do whatever it took to survive.
1 year later, Gallego says he's disgusted that some of his colleagues have tried to whitewash what happened that day.
Spreading the big lie that Arizona was a stolen state started a lot of this insurrection movement.
2 of those colleagues, Andy Biggs and Paul Gosar, face scrutiny for their statements and social media posts leading up to the 6th. Gosar actively and repeatedly promoted the protest at the Capitol and the idea that the election was stolen. He posted this on a right-wing platform, writing, "Americans are upset," but later blamed the chaos on Antifa. Biggs also promoted the rally on social media platforms, and just this week issued a statement complaining about the treatment of the insurrection defendants. One of the organizers of the protest that day has gone so far as to claim Gosar and Biggs themselves also helped to organize it.
I hope that they weren't involved in the planning of the invasion of the Capitol. But if they were involved in the planning and insurrection, then they should be held accountable. Anybody should be held accountable, and nobody should be beyond reproach at this point.
Congressman Gallego says he believes all of this has affected Gosar and Biggs' political futures. Gosar, for example, was later censured over another social media post, and as a result, he no longer has any committee assignments in the House. Both Gosar and Biggs declined to comment when our Washington bureau reached out to them this week. Yetta?
Yeah, what a day in U.S. history. Morgan, you said one of the organizers of the rally at the nation's capital claimed Gosar and Biggs helped with the organizing and the promoting of this. How credible is that claim?
Yeah, Congressman Biggs has denied any involvement, and Gosar just has not answered questions about it. But this is what we know. That organizer is a man named Ali Alexander. He has stated in court documents that he communicated with both congressmen in the lead up to January 6th. We know that Gosar spoke with him during at least one rally and mentioned Alexander in several tweets. We also know that Ali Alexander is cooperating with the committee investigating the insurrection. What he is telling investigators, if anything, about Gosar or Biggs, we just do not know at this time.
1 year later and still more to come on this. Morgan, thank you for the report.